Hello kids, this is your teacher JC, and for today's video, I will be discussing about sentence and sentence fragment. Are you excited? Let's start. Sentence. Let's define what is a sentence. A sentence is a group of words that expresses complete thought. It means it contains subject. Subject is what or whom the sentence is about. It is the topic of the sentence or the doer of our action. And if we have what we call subject, we have also a predicate. A predicate tells something about the subject, what the subject does, or what is happening to our subject. And it is a sentence because it begins with a capital letter and ends with a punctuation mark, either period or question mark. Example 1. I have here a group of words. Let's scrutinize our example 1 if it is a sentence by answering 3 questions. Let me read. I ate dinner. First question. What is the subject? I. Second, what is the predicate? Ate dinner. What punctuation mark used in the sentence? Period. And example 1, it starts with a capital letter I. Therefore, example 1 is a sentence, and it is what we called a statement. A statement is a sentence that tells you something. Okay? Let's continue. Example 2. School starts on Wednesday. Let's check if it is a sentence. We will answer the same questions. What is the subject? The subject is school. What is the predicate? Starts on Wednesday. What punctuation mark used in the sentence? Period. Is our sentence starts with a capital letter? Yes. Starts with capital letter S. Therefore, it is a sentence. Example 3. Ali bought a new bag. Same questions. Let's answer. What is the subject? Ali. What is the predicate? Bought a new bag. What punctuation mark used in the sentence? Still a period. Is our sentence starts with a capital letter? Yes, letter A. Therefore, example 3 is a sentence. Okay, let's continue. Let me present to you another type of a sentence, and that is question. A question is a sentence that asks something. It ends with a question mark. Examples. What is your name? Where is the bathroom? Are you home? Who is your teacher? When will you arrive? How are you? These 6 questions starts with a capital letter and it ends with a question mark. After we discussed about sentence, statement, and question, we have also what we called sentence fragment. What do you mean by sentence fragment? It is a group of words that looks like a sentence but actually isn't a complete sentence. Why? Because sentence fragments are usually missing a subject or predicate, or they do not express a complete thought. Let me give you some examples. It is missing a subject. Run to the store. Who ran to the store? It is not mentioned there. Next. My favorite English teacher. What did the teacher do or say? It is not mentioned there. Therefore, these two are what we called sentence fragment. Let me give you more examples. The tiger. It doesn't have a predicate. Our school. The same thing, it doesn't have a predicate. Number 3. Make my homework. It doesn't have a subject. Number 4. One of my brothers. It doesn't have a predicate. Walk across the lane. It doesn't have a subject. Another examples. Number 6. Under the mango tree. Number 7. Beside me. Number 9. Above the sky. Number 10. On the table. If you observed with our examples 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, it begins with a preposition. Since it begins with a preposition, it is what we called prepositional phrase. And prepositional phrase is an example of a sentence fragment. Why? The common use of prepositional phrase in the sentence usually found after the verb. Example. The tiger is under the mango tree. The tiger is our subject. Is our verb. Under the mango tree is our prepositional phrase. Our prepositional phrase is part of our predicate. Is it clear? Now let's review what we discussed. Let's begin with the first one. Sentence. A sentence is a group of words that expresses complete thought. It begins with a capital letter and ends with a punctuation mark. Second, a statement is a sentence that tells something and it ends with a period. Third, a question is a sentence that asks something. It ends with a question mark. Lastly, a sentence fragment is a group of words that looks like a sentence but actually isn't complete sentence because it doesn't have either a subject or predicate. Is it clear? It's time to do our activity to apply what we have understood in our lesson for today. Let me read to you our instructions. Read each group of words. If it is a sentence, add the proper punctuation mark. You need to choose only either a period or a question mark. And if it is not a complete sentence, write fragment. Let's answer number 1. My mother walked into the kitchen. Is it a sentence or a fragment? It is a sentence. What punctuation mark should be used? Period. Number 2. Looked out the window. Is it a sentence or a fragment? It is a fragment because it doesn't have a subject. Number 3. Out of my sisters. Also, a fragment because it doesn't have a predicate. For number 4, what are they looking at? Is it a sentence or fragment? A sentence. And what punctuation mark should be used? Question mark. For number 5, a deer stood in the yard. Is it a sentence or fragment? What punctuation mark should be used? A period. Is it clear? I hope everything is crystal clear, but if you have questions, clarifications about our topic today, feel free to write that one in the comments section below. And that concludes our lesson for today. Once again, this is your teacher JC saying, never stop learning, for when we stop learning, we stop growing. Goodbye.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.